Hello everybody, Dylan Cushing here, and welcome to another episode of Dylan's Disney Movie Reviews. Let's take this moment to talk about an impact that affected the whole world during the beginning of this decade. The COVID-19 pandemic. Starting in Wuhan, China in December of 2019, it quickly spread around the world. By March of the following year, it hit the United States, and it, along with pretty much the rest of the world, went into lockdowns where businesses were temporarily closed, and people had to work from home while chatting with their fellow co-workers on Zoom. Wear masks when they went out to do stuff like get groceries and stuff like that, and had to stay at least 6 feet away from other people. This also affected movies released in theaters, where the ones released theatrically didn't really do well at the box office, and many other movies released in the following months had to be released to streaming services because of movie theaters being temporarily closed. Even movie studios like Disney and Pixar had to temporarily close, causing the employees to work at home and chat with others on Zoom. In 2021, Walt Disney Animation Studios released their latest movie to Disney Plus with premiere access, and it's what I'm reviewing this week. Released on March 5th, 2021, the movie is Raya and the Last Dragon. The movie opens with a narration from Princess Raya.
I know what you're thinking. A lone rider. A dystopian world. A land that's gone to waste. How did this world get so broken? Well, that all began 500 years ago.
She then tells about her land, Kumandra, which 500 years ago used to be a prosperous land where humans and dragons lived together. But some mindless spirits called the Droon came and turned the humans and dragons into stone. The last dragon, Sizudatu, then concentrated all of her magic into a gem which blasted the Droon away, and the humans were revived, but not the dragons. Kumandra was then divided into 5 different chiefdoms, including Fang, Heart, Spine, Talon, and Tail, because of a power struggle for the gem.
But that's not how the world broke. That didn't truly happen until 500 years later, when I came into the story.
In the present, Raya, voiced by Kelly Marie Tran, enters the place where the gem's being held, and
Looks like someone's trying to be clever.
so she sends her best friend Tuk Tuk, voiced by Alan Tudyk, who's become like a John Ratzenberger for Walt Disney Animation Studios films, starting with Wreck-It Ralph, to set off all the nets.
Tuk Tuk! Come on. Focus. Thank you. Hey, bud. That was awesome. Give me some show. I gotcha.
She then enters the gem room where it feels too easy, but then Chief Benja, voiced by Daniel Day Kim, shows up and tells Raya that she won't set foot on the Dragon Gem's inner circle.
Not even a toe.
You might want to take out that blade. You're gonna need it.
Not today.
So Raya tries to enter the circle, and Benja attacks her, so she attacks back and manages to set just one toe on the rock. It then turns out that Chief Benja's her father and tells her that their family has guarded the Dragon Gem for generations and makes her a guardian.
Raya, Princess of Heart, my daughter. You are now a guardian of the Dragon Gem.
On their way to the kitchen, Benja tells Raya that the other lands are coming, so Raya tells him what she knows about them.
First, Tail. A sweltering desert with sneaky mercenaries who fight dirty. Second, Talon. A floating market famous for fast deals and fighters with even faster hands. Third, Spine. A frigid bamboo forest guarded by exceptionally large warriors and their giant axes. Fourth, Fang. Our fiercest enemy. A nation protected by angry assassins and their even angrier cats.
However, once they enter the kitchen, Benja tells Raya that they're going to share their meals with the other lands instead of fighting them.
Wait, what?
I invited them.
But there are enemies.
They're only our enemies because they think the Dragon Gem magically brings us prosperity.
That's ridiculous. It doesn't do that.
They assume it does. Just like we assume things about them. Raya, there's a reason why each land is named after a part of the dragon. We were once unified, harmoniously as one. Kumandra.
That's ancient history, Ba.
But it doesn't have to be. Listen, if we don't stop and learn to trust one another again, it's only a matter of time before we tear each other apart. This isn't the world I want you to live in.
Once the other four lands arrive, Benja tells them that they can be Kumandra again.
Nice speech, Chief Benja. But why'd you really bring us here? Are you gonna rob us?
Why would he need to rob us? The Land of Heart already has everything.
Oh, it's easy to pontificate on Kumandra when you hold the mightiest weapon in all the lands.
Raya then meets Princess Namari of Fang, voiced by Jonah Xiao.
Is that Sisu? Sorry, yeah, I might be a little bit of a dragon nerd.
Hey, I'm the one wearing the Sisu fan necklace.
Come on. Have you eaten yet?
So Raya and Namari form a relationship, and Namari tells Raya that Sisu might still be out there.
You're kidding, right? Wanna see something?
Are you supposed to have that?
No. According to this, after the mighty Sisu blasted away all the Droon, she fell into the water and floated downstream. Legends say she's now sleeping at the river's end.
But which river? There's like hundreds.
I don't know. But if we could find it, could you imagine a dragon back in the world? Things could be so much better.
Yeah. Maybe we really could be Kumandra again.
Namari then gives Raya her Sisu necklace, and Raya takes Namari to the Dragon Gem.
Thank you, Debla. You've been very helpful. In a different world, maybe we could have been friends. But I have to do what's right for Fang.
Namari tries to take the gem for Fang, and so Raya attacks her. Then Namari shoots a firework summoning Fang there, and then the other lands arrive to get the gem. Benja tries to make peace with them.
We can tear each other apart, or we can come together and build a better world. It's not too late. I still believe we can be Kumandra again.
But then he's shot in the leg by an arrow. The lands try to get the gem, but it breaks into 5 pieces, and the Droon shows up. Each land takes a piece of the gem and leaves. Raya and Benja head for the river since the Droon's repelled by water, and Benja tells Raya to go on without him.
You are the guardian of the Dragon Gem.
But why are you saying this?
There's still light in this. There's still hope.
No! We can make it together. You're okay.
Raya, don't give up on them. I love you, my Tutra.
He then throws Raya into the river and turns into stone. 6 years later in Tale, Raya's been searching for Sisu at every river in Kumandra, and she's down to the very last one, which has a shipwreck.
That's not a bad sign, is it?
So Raya gets ready to summon Sisu by telling her about Kumandra needing her help and that she wants her ba back.
Okay. Here goes everything. Suva de drasim, mandra de dralim, bava de dra tombe. I know, buddy. I haven't forgotten.
Suddenly, Sisu, voiced by Aquafina, shows up and meets Raya, who isn't stoned. She thinks it's only shortly after the Droon was defeated. Raya catches her up to date and mentions that the gem broke.
You broke it? Oh my. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. I've been asleep for 500 years. You brought back the Droon, and none of my brothers and sisters came back? Why didn't they come back?
I don't know.
Also, you broke the gem.
But I still have a big chunk of it, though.
Is that supposed to make me feel better? If you lost a puppy and I said, well, we still have a big chunk of it, would that make you feel better?
Can't you just make another one?
No, I can't just make another one.
But you're a dragon.
I'm gonna be real with you, all right? I'm not like the best dragon, you know.
But you saved the world.
I did do that. That's true. But have you ever done like a group project, but there's like that one kid who didn't pitch in as much, but still ended up with the same grade? Yeah, I wasn't the one who actually made the gem. I just turned it in.
She then touches the gem piece and starts glowing, which is her younger sister Amba's power, and this means that she's still connected to the gem's magic.
And that means you can still use it to save the world. If we can get all the other gem pieces, you
I can reassemble it
and
blow the Droon away.
And bring my ba back?
And bring all of Kumandra back.
Meanwhile, Namari, now voiced by Gemma Chan, and some warriors from Fang are looking for Raya, who along with Tuk Tuk and Sisu, arrive at where Tails' gem piece is being held and it's all booby-trapped.
This doesn't make sense. None of this would stop a Droon.
It's not to stop Droon, it's to stop people.
What? Well, why are you looking at me like that?
Nothing. I'm just not used to seeing dragons.
Impressed, huh? Oh, wait till you see my backstroke. I'm a wicked when I hit that liquid. I got water skills that kill. I slaughter when I hit the water. I'm like really good at swimming through rhyme. I was trying to make that I'm really good at I'm a good swimmer. Is basically what I'm.
Okay, we need to keep going.
After getting past some bugs called Tootin' Booms, Raya and Sisu arrive at the gem where they find the skeleton of the Tail Chief and swim across a gap to the tree where the gem is.
Sisu, don't.
2 down, 3 to go.
Raya hands it to Sisu, and she shapeshifts into a human, which happens to be her sister Prani's power.
Look at my people arms and my people face. Look how close my butt is to my head. Now that you don't have to hide me, getting the rest of the gems is gonna be a breeze.
Yeah, well, this one was easy. But the rest of them are being held by a bunch of no-good Benturis.
Namari and the Fang Warriors then show up.
Stealing dragon gem pieces, are we? Why?
What can I say? Bling is my thing.
I gotta admit, Raya, until a few months ago, I thought you were stone, but then someone stole Fang's dragon scroll.
Oh, is that why you're chasing me? And here I thought it was because you missed me.
Are you really looking for Sisu? What are you, 12?
I actually was looking for Sisu. Oh, and guess what? I found her. Say hi, Sisu.
Hi. It's very nice to meet you. And I love your hair. And your cat's hair.
Take them.
Raya sets off a trap which buries the warriors in sand. She and Sisu manage to escape, and Namari and the warriors follow them.
Who was that girl?
That's Namari. She's the backstabbing Venturi that broke the world.
Wow, those cats are really fast, huh?
Raya then steers Tuk Tuk into a river, and they board a boat where they meet a 10-year-old boy named Boone, voiced by Isaac Wong.
I'll be your server today. Would you like to hear our daily specials?
Yes, please.
We got shrimp, we got kanji. We got a shrimp kanji that won't quit.
The captain, where's the captain?
Let me go get him. What's up, my new customers? I'm Captain Boone, the owner, chef, and chief financial officer of the Shrimporium. How can I help you?
Raya tells Boone that they need to get to Talon. He says that the Shrimporium's not a water taxi, but then Raya offers him some jade.
Half now, half when we arrive in Talon. Deal?
Class bond to your kanji. Today's special is to go.
So Boone launches the boat, but they're going too slow. So Sisu dives into the water, changes back into a dragon, and makes them go fast.
What is happening?
My friend's a really strong swimmer. Bye-bye, Venturi.
After losing Namari and the Fang Warriors, Sisu swims around in the river. However, Raya tells her that she needs to stay human while they collect the gem pieces because people lost their minds over a dragon gem, and just imagine what they would do if they saw a real dragon.
Please.
Wow, you really got some trust issues.
Look, my father blindly trusted people, and now he's stoned.
Hey, we'll get your ball back. I got you, girl. Come on, who's your dragon? I mean human, because I'm gonna be a human until... Yeah, you get it.
Boone then serves Raya and Sisu some kanji. However, Raya thinks he could be trying to poison them.
Why would he poison us?
Yeah, why would I poison you?
First, to get my jade purse. Second, to steal my sword. And third, I don't know, to kidnap my tuk-tuk.
All good points, but if this is poison... you're gonna die happy.
Yeah, thanks, but we got our own needs.
This is delicious. By the way, not poison. But it's hot. Ooh, it's hot. It's hot. It's really hot. Oh my. Oh.
Later, after traveling down the river for a while, Boone asks what Droon is.
A plague, born from human discord. They've always been here, waiting for a moment of weakness to attack. They're like the opposite of dragons. Instead of bringing water and life to the world, they're like a relentless fire that consumes everything in its wake until there's nothing left except ash and stone.
He took my family.
They took mine too.
They soon arrive in Talon, where Raya tells Sisu that the gem piece there is being held by Dang Hai.
What Dang Hai lacks in style, he makes up in mean.
Gotcha.
She then tells Sisu to stay on the boat while she gets the gem.
But I want to help.
I know, and you will. By staying safe. I'll be back before you know it.
If you see any hungry faces, send them my way.
You got it, Captain.
On her way to Dang Hai's house, Raya and Tuk Tuk find a lonely baby voiced by Thalia Tran, who turns out to be a con baby. She and some Ongies steal Raya's purse and the gem pieces and run away, with Raya following them. Back on the boat, Sisu decides to go shopping to find Dang Hai a gift, but she doesn't have any money, so Boone tells her about putting stuff on credit.
Oh, what's credit?
It's kind of like a promise. You take what you want now, and you promise you'll pay it back later.
Pay it back later? Oh, what an amazing concept. Thanks, Captain Boone.
So Sisu goes shopping for a gift for Dang Hai. She puts things on credit, but the merchants tell her that she doesn't have any credit there and demand her to pay. An old lady named Dang Hu, voiced by Lucille Soong, then shows up.
Come, dear. Don't be afraid. It's okay.
Meanwhile, Raya and Tuk Tuk stop the baby and Ongies and get the gems back.
Thanks. So it's none of my business, but using your baby charm to rip people off is super sketchy. Alright, where's your family? Oh. Right. Hey, how would you like to earn some honest loot?
So the con baby and Ongies distract the guards while Raya enters Dang Hai's house, where she finds not Dang Hai, but Chai, a flower guy.
Where is Dang Hai?
He's right over there.
What? Who has his gem piece?
The most vicious chief Talon has ever seen.
Meanwhile, Dang Hu says she's taken Sisu to Dang Hai, but she's actually trying to get the other gems for herself and orders Sisu to tell her where they are.
Or I'll have to leave you outside with that thing. Take your pick.
But I trusted you.
Big mistake. You better talk fast. It looks hungry.
Suddenly, Raya and Tuk Tuk arrive, save Sisu, and get the third gem piece, which she hands to Sisu, and it gives her fog power, which is her brother Jagon's magic. They return to the boat where the baby and Ongies are, and Boone serves them kanji.
Thanks for the new customers.
Yeah, I sort of promised to buy them all the kanji they could eat.
Well, we're stuck with them for a while, because Ongies have 9 stomachs.
Oh, toy.
I can't believe it. That old lady was really gonna hurt me.
Well, I'm sorry, Sisu, but that's what the world is now. You can't trust anyone.
Does that include babies?
Well...
She's so cute. I mean, look at those cheeks. Hi, how did you? Oh, she loves my face.
Yeah, watch out she doesn't steal your teeth. Here, let me help you.
Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, that's too much sweetness. It's too much.
The next morning in Fang, Namari visits her mother, Chiefess Virana, voiced by Sandra Oh, and tells her about Raya taking the gem pieces.
What? I'd like to take the Royal Army and intercept her in Spine.
Well, if she's going into Spine, I doubt there'll be much left of her to intercept.
She's more capable than you realize. We have to stop her.
Walk with me. Look around. We made all this by making smart decisions, not emotional ones. We are safe. Our canal protects us from those monsters. I don't think it's wise to risk yourself when you don't have to.
But you heard the General. We're running out of space. We need to expand. If we had all the gem pieces,
We could do that safely. You're right. This isn't an emotional decision. It's the only decision we can make to secure Fang's future.
On the boat, Sisu tells Raya that being a human is hard.
You have small heads, no tails. You lie to get what you want, like the Talon Chief back there.
Yeah, well, the world's broken. You can't trust anyone.
Or maybe the world's broken because you don't trust anyone.
You sound just like my ba.
Well, he sounds like a smart man.
Yeah, he was. I really wanted to believe him. I really wanted to believe that we could be Kumandra again.
And we can.
Literally thousands of people turned to stone would argue otherwise.
That doesn't mean you shouldn't try.
And I did. And you know what happened? I got kicked in the back by someone who gave me a gift. Look around. We're a world of orphans because people couldn't stop fighting over a gem. Want to know why other dragons didn't come back? It's because people don't deserve them.
But you can change that.
No, Sisu, I am done trying. Kumandra is a fairy tale. The only thing important to me now is bringing my ba back.
They then arrive in Spine. Sisu takes Boone's kanji and runs into the forest with it, with Raya following her. She catches up to Sisu, tells her that she's trying to prove her wrong, but then they get caught in a sack and taken to a little house where a towering spine warrior named Tong, voiced by Benedict Wong, enters and finds out about them taking the gems.
Gem? Who said anything about gems? We have no interest in gems. Okay, yeah, I can see how that makes me look like a liar.
Actually, I think it was the lying that makes you look like a liar.
Boone, Tuk, the Con Baby, and the Ongis then burst into the house, tie up Tong, free Raya and Sisu, and Boone mentions that Fang has arrived.
People of Spine, we're hunting for Raya, a fugitive from Heart. Send her out, or we're coming in.
You're the only one here?
My people battled the June with much valor, but lost.
Raya then tells Sisu that she's going to distract the Fang army while the others escape and asks Tong to help them since he's the only spine person left, and he agrees. Raya then shows herself to Fang.
Hey there, Princess Undercut. Fancy meeting you here.
You and the dragon gem pieces are coming with me.
My sword here says we're not. Yeah, I knew you couldn't handle rolling solo. You're nothing without your band.
Stand down. This shouldn't take long.
Raya and Namari then fight each other while the others head back to the boat.
Did you need that, Depla?
Nah.
Looks like somebody's been taking classes.
Why are you stealing gem pieces?
Oh, I'm just trying to get a matching set. You didn't happen to bring Fang's gem, did you?
Sisu then sees Raya and Namari fighting and then attacks.
Yep, she's a dragon. Let's go. Come on.
Later, while floating down the river, the others aren't happy with Raya for not telling them about Sisu, but they immediately forgive her and agree to help her stop the Droon.
I'm sorry. I can't let you do that. It's too dangerous.
You're not the only one who lost family to the Drune. Please, let me help you.
I too wish to join this fellowship of Drune, but kickery.
Tong then hands Sisu Spine's gem, and it gives her rain power, which was her big brother Pengu's magic. They then make their way to Fang, which is where the last piece is being held, and Fang happens to be the most guarded of all the 5 lands. So Raya tells the others her plan.
They're protected by an artificial canal that separates them from the rest of the world. The only way in or out is by water. Luckily, for us, we have a magic water dragon. Now the palace will be swarming with Fang soldiers.
Boone then reveals his plan.
I'll take care of the first wave. Tong will follow up with his giant axe of bad axery. And then come the Ongies and that crazy Khan baby! Who will toss the gem to the mighty Sisu Datu! And then, bye-bye, Binturies. Super Flow Clan, am I right?
No. Yeah, that's not flow, that's a clog.
And finally, Sisu gives hers.
We infiltrate Fang, confront Namari, and offer her something nice and go, hey, wanna help us save the world? Because all it takes is one gem piece. Yes! I've been waiting for someone to ask me. Here you go. Best friends forever.
However, Raya wants to stick with her plan and doesn't think that they should trust Namari, so Sisu takes Raya back to Heart and shows her something, which is her siblings, and tells her about what happened 500 years ago.
We were the last dragons. All the other dragons had been turned to stone. We were drowning in a sea of Drune. But my oldest brother, Pengu, refused to accept defeat. This is where we would make our last stand. United. So, one by one, they combined all their magic, creating the Dragon Gem.
Once the gem was created, the other dragons trusted Sisu with it, and she trusted them.
And so, when they put their faith in me, it empowered me beyond anything I could imagine. The same can happen with Namari.
I really wish I could believe that. I once thought that we could be friends.
After all this, maybe you can be.
Even if she wanted to help us, how could I possibly trust her?
But if somehow you could, you wouldn't just bring your Ba back. You'd also bring back his dream. Kumandra.
So after that, Raya tells Sisu that they'll go with her plan and plans to give Namari back her dragon necklace. In Fang, Namari tells Verana about Sisu and says that she can fix what they broke and bring everybody back, but Verana says that's what scares her.
When everyone comes back, who do you think they'll come for? You forget, the other lands blame us for what's happened.
But we never meant for anyone to get hurt.
Yes, but if we had the dragon and the gem pieces, we would be forgiven. We could save the world. But more importantly, our people would remain safe.
But Raya isn't just gonna give Sisu to us.
We're not going to give her a choice.
What are you going to do?
That's no longer your concern, my love. You've done enough.
That night, Raya and the others arrive at the palace in Fang, where the Khan baby and Ongies leave something on Namari's windowsill, which is her dragon necklace with a note. Raya and the others wait on the boat, and then they see a firework shot by Namari, meaning that it's time.
Sisu, until we get that gem and confirm Namari's actually on our side, promise me you'll stay hidden.
So Raya finds Namari, who places the last gem piece on a stone, and as Sisu walks over to it, Namari takes out a crossbow and demands for the other gem pieces, and Sisu...
Sisu, stay back!
It was foolish to trust someone from Fang.
Don't come any closer!
Namari, it doesn't have to be like this.
I don't have any other choice.
Sisu tries to calm Namari, but then Namari shoots her with an arrow. She falls into the water and dies.
What's happening?
I don't know. It appears that with the last dragon gone, so too goes the water. Now there is nothing to stop the Drune.
Raya then heads to the palace where Namari is and they fight, while the others protect the people of Fang with the gems and tell them to head for the water.
Come on! Trust me, it's going to be okay. Stupid drone, out of my way! Go, go, go!
Up we go. Yep.
Get to the water! Keep going! Keep going!
Raya wins the fight and Namari says something.
I never meant for any of this to happen. Liar! I don't care if you believe me. Sisu did. But you didn't trust her. That's why we're here. Do whatever you want. But you're as much to blame for Sisu's death as I am.
Raya then rejoins the others and helps the rest of the Fang people get out. Namari also helps. Suddenly the ground crumbles underneath them and they end up underground, surrounded by the Drune with the gem's magic fading. Raya then remembers Sisu telling her about her siblings trusting her and tells the others to give her their pieces and that it's about trust, not power.
What?
I mean, that's why it worked. That's why we can do it too. By doing the one thing Sisu wanted us to do, what my pa wanted us to do, to finally trust each other and fix this. But we have to come together. Please.
However, the others refuse to trust Namari because of Sisu, so Raya takes the first step and gives her her gem. The others then give Namari their pieces and join Raya. Namari manages to put the gem back together and joins Raya and the others. After a minute, the gem makes it rain, sending the Droon away, and Raya and the others turn back to normal.
It worked! It worked! Ah!
With the Droon gone, the dragons return and resurrect Sisu.
Ronnie, Amba, Chagon, thank you!
After that, they all return to their respective lands where they're reunited with their families, and Raya returns to Heart and reunites with her Ba. Sisu then shows up with the people from the other lands, and they all agree to come back together as Kumandra again.
Ba? Welcome to Kumandra.
Sisu then joins the rest of the dragons and flies off. And that was Raya and the Last Dragon. What did I think of it? I loved it! On a budget of $100 million, the movie made about $55 million domestically and approximately $76 million from the rest of the world for a total of $130 million worldwide and got great reviews from critics. Now let's move on to the production of the film. The project was reported in October of 2018 when Deadline Hollywood announced that Disney was creating an animated fantasy with Osnat Schrewer as producer and Adele Lim as screenwriter, and would be Paul Briggs and Dean Welland's directorial debut. The film didn't have a title during this time because of a larger development secrecy, but employment details hinted that it would have a female protagonist. Then in August of 2019, the film was officially announced at the D23 Expo Walt Disney Animation Studios presentation panel, along with announcing that Cassie Steele and Awkwafina were casted as Raya and Sisu respectively. Then in August of 2020, a bunch of crew members were replaced. Don Hall, who previously directed 2011's Winnie the Pooh and Big Hero 6, replaced Briggs and Wellens as director, along with Carlos Lopez Estrada, who came to the studio in 2019. Briggs would then go on to be a screenwriter along with John Repa. Queen Nagayan was hired as a co-writer with Lim. Peter Del Vecchio became a producer with Schrewer. Steele was replaced by Kelly Marie Tran as the voice of Raya because of changes to the character and plot. All said that the reason for the recast was because Raya was supposed to be a stoic loner. But then the team infused her with levity and swagger elements like Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy. When creating the world of Kumandra, it was inspired by Southeast Asian cultures like Brunei, Singapore, Laos, Timor-Leste, Cambodia, Vietnam, Myanmar, Malaysia, Indonesia, and the Philippines. The filmmakers even visited some of those countries for background research and formed a collective of cultural consultants for the film called the Southeast Asian Story Trust. which a Lao anthropology associate professor named Steve Arausak from California State University was a part of. When separating Kumandra into the 5 different lands, the climates and characteristics would be unique from each other to mirror the characters' culture and beliefs. Each land was made into an unconventional shape, which has been tested using scale and color, and then were given items in unexpected places to convey a fantasy expression to Kumandra. Raya and Sisu were the characters that the team mostly focused on, and they came with trust issues for their conflicting characteristics. So what they did was to design the characters separately by designing them a bunch of times, but it seemed like something was lacking. So they designed them together, and this helped them make them better. In one round of the story, Raya was made into a swordswoman who would go out to find Sisu, who was trapped in human form and refused to help Raya. But as the writing continued, Raya and Sisu softened and became more helpful respectively. The writers made Raya into a character with flawless acts, and Sisu as somebody who does things sideways. For Raya's outfit, they gave her a traditional sabai top, gaudy pants along with dragon references, and her high collar cape and big hat were made into protective layers that the team planned to take out as her emotions evolved. For the dragons, they were inspired by the Naga mythical beings who were able to manifest into serpents or humans and associated them with water. For the dragon statue poses, they were made to represent the production crew's efforts to take the same grandeur dragon sense from Southeast Asian culture. The design of Heart was influenced by dragons. The crew wanted to make Heart's Pond a magical sacred place since it represents an important moment between Raya and her bond. They added flower elements which only bloom at night, which the team added to do research on, and came upon an art installation which included lamps that would get brighter and dimmer. For the Land of Tail, it was to be the Wild West of Kumandra. Talon was inspired by the floating markets and nighttime markets in Southeast Asia. The designers approached the land as a 5-level pier, which started at top level. Then new platforms would be built underneath as the waterline dropped. Spine was influenced by bamboo and would be focused on natural forms and textures. The designs were given a black bamboo form and a big woolly-like tusked roof line with big stone foundations from the mountains that surround it. Fang's design mirrors strict principles commitment. The design elements include brutalism and strong geometric shapes. The buildings were stretched and used repeated roof lines, which evoke the sensation of a giant creature peering down. For Fang's palace, it was given tall vertical banners and big gold fang-like sculptures which would hang down from the ceilings. For Namari's power and strength, the designers tested facial expressions like her aggressive nature and fierce stare. They also gave her a hard-edged outfit. Young Namari's outfits were also made to contrast her with young Raya. For the animation, nearly 800 artists worked on the movie and used software application like Autodesk Maya, Houdini, and New. The animation was mixed traditional and 3D animation in order to make a different warmth, imperfection, and distinctiveness style to represent shadow puppets which the Chinese use for storytelling. setting. The costumes were made by folded, long fabric pieces, and the structure didn't rely on seams much. When creating big crowds, the animators expanded their system for it, which would allow them to make groups of characters and items to fit in the movie's complicated scenes. Originally, it was supposed to be released on November 25th, 2020, but it was then delayed to March 12th, 2021, and then a week before because of the COVID-19 pandemic. And now it's time for me to give my opinion on the film. In the end, Raya and the Last Dragon is just amazing. I would even consider it the best Disney movie of 2021. I give it the highest rating of 5 gold stars. Well, that's it for Raya and the Last Dragon. Ooh. Be sure to join next week when I'll be reviewing Walt Disney Animation Studios' 50th animated motion picture. And if you enjoyed this video, then please tell your friends about me, leave some questions in the comments below, subscribe, and hit that like button.
We have a choice to build or destroy, to fight or to come together. Love is a bridge and trust is a gift. We give it and it gets better. There's an energy in the water. There is magic deep in our heart.
I am so hungry.
I got some jerky.
Not that hungry.